Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zach and today we're doing another ECOMI VeVe video. Currently the price would be 7693. I feel like that's behind 7385 on a low of 7377 and a high of 8104 over the past 24 hours. Now this video we're going to be talking about Disney. We're going to be talking about the VeVe drop that we saw today. There's actually a lot of backlash on this one. Now, this time round, I should have expected it, but I also didn't quite. The backlash isn't... There's two parties that are backlashing here, and I understand one of them more than the other. I empathize with one of them more than the other. I empathize with both. Let's go through them. We have one group of people who are upset, and they are VeVe users. If you're watching this, most likely that's you. Then we have the Disney fans. Let's get into this. There's a lot going on here. So, of course, in celebration of Disney Plus Day, this was tweeted out by Disney themselves. At Disney, get ready for a week of golden moments featuring some of your favorite Disney, Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel, and The Simpsons characters immortalized as NFT artwork. For more details, go to this website, have a look at it real quick. This is important because we're actually seeing this on Disney's website, Disney.com. VeVe is on Disney.com. All Disney Plus Day promotions available on November 12th. Now, of course, what we're seeing right here is very reminiscent of what we've seen from Marvel already with the Marvel drops that we have seen. Let's get into the Disney News Contributor article from Camille Jefferson. Disney Plus Day on Friday, November 12th is quickly approaching. And it will be a celebration to commemorate the second anniversary of Disney Plus. Disney Plus subscribers and fans will enjoy exclusive offers, surprise moments, and much more. Surprise moments, exclusive entertainment, content premieres from all the service's marquee brands, and much more. Disney Plus will also make its debut in new Asia Pacific markets on November 12th, bringing great Disney content into the homes of new audiences around the world. The inaugural Disney Plus Day will be a grand-scale celebration of our subscribers across the entire company, said Bob Chapek, the CEO of the Walt Disney Company. This day of appreciation brings to life our mission to entertain, inform, and inspire fans and families around the globe through the power of unparalleled storytelling, and will become an annual tentpole event to be amplified across our global businesses. We've compiled the amazing offers you can enjoy this Disney Plus Day right here for your convenience. We have here the Disney Park stuff. So that isn't the NFT stuff specifically. If we go further down, we will probably eventually, I'd imagine at least, see the Disney VeVe stuff. So all this stuff is below, of course, the I would say first party stuff. You know, Music Emporium, Movie Insiders. All this stuff is of course Disney brand. Then we have the Disney VeVe partnership. And of course, here we have, I believe all of this actually is what we have already seen in the VeVe blog post. So that's that. Now, let's look at what David Yu has posted. Disney Plus Golden Moments, looking forward to your Golden Moment AR photos. Now, people are not happy. You got the Simpsons pitchforks with the mob coming out. You know, you got the people showing essentially that this was not working, looking forward to a working app. The app just can't function at the moment. We look forward for a fix to the app. Let's fix and improve the app. Looking forward to a working drop, David. Darkest moments fail again. Nice post. Let's talk about something more pertaining to the current dilemma. Then you have one person saying stop complaining. If it was easy to get, it wouldn't be so valuable. Etc, etc. We have more of it. You've got to show some respect to the main man himself, David Yu. Let's not be those kind of people that switch sides to the moment things don't go your way. Now, of course, Val and I were actually talking about this yesterday before we started recording on the Grand Theft Auto metaverse stuff. We were speaking about, the fact that the Disney drop, the first one, didn't go as planned. And, we were saying that, we understand the tech issues are there. We don't know who the third party is. Are they going to get any backlash, etc. And how big a deal is this on the scale of things, right? Because is one drop a huge issue? Well, actually, it's happened a few times now where the app has been outed, has outages, my bad, especially when it comes to a lot of traffic coming into the app. So is it all okay or is it not? Because, at the end of the day, this is, you only get one at scale first impression. And this is what I was speaking about. And I've been speaking about this for a while now, that the large IPs we have is really good, but we need to have the technical operations and logistics in place for it, so that when you have that scale impression, it actually works out, because this is not looking good in my opinion, and it does need to be fixed. I will say that right now, it does need to be fixed. So you have all the VeVe fans who are very upset about it, understandably. Then let's actually have a look at the Disney Twitter. Again, I can't, like, this is huge. We got this from the official Disney Twitter. It wasn't like a Disney subsidiary smaller Twitter. It was the official freaking one, right? But let's go a bit further down. You have so many people getting upset about this. No, you have one no, but then 16 likes, yes. But then you have NFTs ruining the environment. I actually myself took part in the discussion, shall we say. I love you, Disney, but really, Wall-E as an NFT, despite the fact it's a robot protecting the environment, NFTs aren't climate friendly. I understand it's a new trend, and all firms want to be in, but let's hope it's not going to last. Now, this was actually really disappointing, because it came from someone who actually has a following in Disney, it seems, gaming, Nintendo, stuff like that, right? 55.8 thousand followers, yet completely misunderstood regarding this technology around NFTs and stuff, and this is not good. We need people to actually educate themselves, but we can't force that, right? And I've gone through the Twitter thread, and so many people who just have zero understanding of anything going on here are just very upset about it. You know, people saying that we don't want to see NFTs, right? Good on you for going with environmentally friendly NFTs. These don't exist. You know, essentially people being like, no, this is not good. What are you doing? Etc. etc. NFTs are planet destroying scams, because these people are simply basically robots. They're flipping, you know, they have no mind of their own, right? That, or at least they do, but they're not using it. And maybe it's because they haven't, you know, this is the thing, right? I try to empathize with these people, because they're not like inherently bad or evil people or anything like that. People who don't understand something are just people who don't understand something, whether that's because they're not interested, or, you know, and a lot of people come to the scene, or at least when their favorite IP brings something into the scene, all they have heard of is scams, because generally mainstream media narratives are really, well, we all know. I don't need to go through that whole thing with you. So how does this get addressed? Well, education. Everything in the world that has been game changing, industry changing, it's always required education in order for it to really sort of go forward. I actually think that VeVe have not done a great job, and I think Disney also, because it's their IP, they should have done something about this too. This was not smart, in a way, and I'm trying to figure this out in my head, what would have been the smart thing, because it's fine for me to say that it's not smart, but what would have been better? I feel like they needed to, and they need to at least, VeVe needs to do a better job, ECOMI needs to do a better job, and Disney and etc. etc. Every stakeholder in this whole thing needs to do a better job of actually explaining what we're seeing here, because the number of people who think that this is a JPEG is really concerning but understandable. And when you have a video like this going out, you know, people aren't going to understand what this really means. They're not going to understand the utility behind it. They're not going to understand the carbon neutral you know, technology behind it, etc. They're just not going to get that. And just throwing the product in their face and just being like, hey, this is what it is, without any education whatsoever. Some would say that it's not their job to educate people, but I actually would argue that it is. If you have, I think VeVe needs to do a better job of this actually. And I think myself and Cavell also try and do this as well. Like us YouTubers, we do try and like explain things, but if people aren't aware, how are they going to be okay with this? Because if all you know is that NFTs are a scam and bad for the environment, then, you know, if you want people to buy it, if you want it to have a good PR response as well, and not a bad one, because right now this is a negative PR response in my opinion, then you need to educate people. And hopefully there'll be more resources out there at some point. But this is something that I think consumer demand will outweigh people's skepticism eventually, but it's definitely resistance that I think could be and should be avoided at all costs. But I would love to hear your take, because obviously, you know, this is quite a broad argument regarding sort of the mainstream view on this. You know, realistically, even with immutable being carbon neutral, people are still saying, you know, well, it's not carbon negative, you know, and coming up with a lot of really stupid arguments considering that the entire world is basically not carbon neutral. Not so that's okay. I personally am incredibly passionate about the environment myself. I truly am. But we need to have better education around what is going on here, and realistically, eventually it would be good, of course, to see it also go carbon negative. That would be really, really good. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take on this. We're going to be talking more about this later on, but this was definitely both a failed drop from the app not working point of view. They need to fix that. That's just a non-negotiable. If they don't fix that, the VeVeverse is out the window. But again, let's remind ourselves that the app released a year ago. So does that mean that the VeVe is going to be destroyed? No, it means that right now things are just not ready and things aren't looking great. But does that mean that they can't be fixed? Well, you know, I have faith in the team in general, but I do hope to see communication about this. They did say third parties, but you know, I think you got to have an appropriate response to backlash from both non-NFT people, and NFT people. That being said, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. If this video was interesting or helpful to you in any way, shape, or form, a like is always much appreciated. And if you would like to be kept happening in this topic every single day, most of today, this is my channel. I'll cover everything on every single day. So if you want to be everything happening, hit that subscribe button, keep notifications on. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in the next VeVe video.